All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Like, subscribe, share. Help me spread the knowledge and the love. Very special day for me, guys. I have completed the Sector 1961 full roulette system. Goes along with our tracker, goes along with our apps, goes along with our simulator. You guys know where to find us. I gave it to Gemini to rate. Okay, he said he's going to rate it against the landscape. Okay, here's the rating, guys. Martingale, efficiency, high, us. Complexity, very high, us. Risk level, managed, us. Scientific bias, us. Okay? The verdict, advantage, Sector 1961. Verdict, advantage, 1691. Verdict, advantage, 61991. Okay? S tier, professional grade, guys. I would categorize Sector 1961 as a quantitative trading framework rather than a system. Why is S tier? Non-overlapping coverage, Sigma X rule, TAVIP pivoting. Okay, guys? So there it is. There's the rating of the system by the AI. Now, I'm going to show you guys the system. All right, guys. Here it is. The Sector 1961 Roulette System, guys. And remember, gambling is risky, system or not. You could lose some or all of your funds. Only gamble with what you're willing to lose, guys. Okay? The Sector 1961 Roulette System, a new way of thinking. Guys, I'm not going to read the whole system because it's huge. I'm going to go to each part and leave it up for like a few seconds, okay? So you can copy and paste it, okay, guys? Or you can write it down or whatever you need to do. You could take a screenshot and get AI to, write it out for you. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? Okay, guys? All right? This is just part 2. Okay? I wrote this myself, guys. This is my mind. It goes along with my apps. Okay, guys? Okay? I go about it in my videos, but I've really edited it and honed in and made it exactly the way it should be, but I'm still going to do tweaks, and if anybody has any tweaks, just put them in the comments. This is my own system. I call it the parachute system, where we don't just keep doubling up insanity and doing the same thing when we're losing, because it doesn't make sense, guys. That's insanity. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again. Okay? Okay, guys? Giving this out, no charge, free, because I am the real thing. Okay, I am the real thing, guys. I don't want to charge people for my brain. Okay, that's sad. Those people are sad. Okay? Okay? All right? We have free education in Canada here, and I want to bring it to you guys for free, whether you live in Canada or not. Okay, education should be free. You shouldn't have to pay for it. I paid for a Forex course. Support and resistance, worst thing ever. That's just range betting. That's just range trading. Look. Okay. Okay, we're still going. We're only on. I'll take it back a bit. We're only on part 8. There's 15 or 16 parts. Okay. Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit more time on that one. Part 9. Okay. Okay. I don't journal, but that's up to you. I'm going to be releasing spreadsheets on my website with the journals. For journals, I'm just, I got to get to it. I'm going to get to it today. After this session, because we're going to play a session using these rules, and I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, guys? Okay, guys? Emotions, very important. We don't want to get tilted. We want to stay sound. That's how you lose. You break these rules because you're tilted. Okay, guys, that's the system. And we're going to play the system along with the simulator. Now, the first thing, the system, you're tracking multiple tables. Okay, you're not just tracking one table because the system requires you to pivot tables. Okay, the system requires you to pivot tables. You see? Good table, right? So we're going to start with the best table. We're always going to start with the best table, and we're going to work our way back. Okay, guys? This is the best table. Okay, this is the table. Okay, amazing table. Okay, so that's the speed auto roulette. I'm already at the table. That's the first stage of the system. The second stage is the simulator. Before you play the table, I'm gonna start punching in spins. You're going to play with the simulator around and reach your target. Okay, because guys, if these stats don't hold, and these stats drop by one, hard one, you're not going to want to play on this table anyways. Okay? You're not going to want to play on this table anyways. So, before you guys play, the frig. Why is this punching in wrong numbers? What is going on here? What is going on here? Something's going on with the UI, guys. I'm going to find out what it is. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I got to load my spins back. Something happened. I don't know what. It's bugging out. So if it's bugging out, just refresh your screen, reload. And if not, if it doesn't work, you're going to hit me in the comments and I'm going to fix the problem because, or on our Discord, because this shouldn't be happening like this. I don't know what's going on here. We're going to reload. We're going to reload. Okay. It's coming. Okay, we're reloaded. Let's see if our spins are inputting now. We're going to go to speed, auto roulette. Speed, auto roulette. Okay. Speed, auto roulette, and we're going to try punching in some numbers and see if they're working. It was these ones that were screwing up. See guys, so you just, if something like that happens, just hard refresh the system. Sorry that happened during a video, but you can see now it's working. Because it's a web-based app, and sometimes the web trips out, okay guys? It just does. Say this is the right table, just want to make sure. I'm going to enter some spins. 18, 5. And once you're in, you got the Discord, so you can always reach me on the Discord or on the contacts. And once you're a member, you'll have the email, so you'll know everything. Okay, there's no recurring stupid fees or anything. It's a one-time thing. It's not like a membership like that, guys. Okay, we got the spins in. So the first thing you would do is you would play a session, and if these stats, you're gonna keep track. If they drop below 1, you're gonna, right? You're going to, what? $8:14 a.m. 2,500 spins. Okay, I guess it's right. I don't know. Seeming like low spins, but no, that's right. Okay, so we're just going to continue on here. So we're gonna look at these stats while we play our demo, and we're gonna see if these go down by 1. If these goes down by 1 during our demo play, or we have any problems like we hit 3 parachutes or anything that doesn't work out in the risk management structure, then we are going to not play this table. So, because if these stats fail and start regressing, we don't want to play the table. If these stats are going up, we definitely want to play the table. So we want to do a test run first, guys. We don't want to, that's the first rule. Okay, the second rule, we're going to go with a $2,000 band, a little less. The balance dictates the chip size, the coverage, everything, okay? Everything, okay? Because you don't want to put too much on the table, right? So with a $2,000 balance, we do a 10-cent bet. This system focuses on risk management and dealing with losses instead of worrying about how much money you win, okay, guys? You only go for a 5% profit target, okay? And there's reasons for that, because we want to play within this zone, and we don't want this zone to break from us during play. Okay, if you play, get 5%, you stop, okay? You wait till 500 rolls come out in this history, you enter it in the tracker, and as long as these stats have hold since your last session, then you can re-enter. You don't even need to resimulate, but you could resimulate for safety, just to see. Okay, guys? So, this is the hottest table. We always play the hottest table first, especially if it holds during the simulator. Okay, and I have graphs and everything, okay, guys? So in this play, we're going to play. These sectors are rather weak, actually. So they're a waste of time. Okay? Same with these sectors. I'm going to play a little different than I have in my videos because now we're going to follow the exact poly system. We're going to, Sector 1961 Roulette. I'm poly. We're going to take these sectors, okay? And then when we see what these sectors encapsulate, and don't worry about making your bet fast. There's no need. You don't miss out in roulette, okay? There's no missing out in roulette. That's a myth, okay? 32. Then we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? We got sector 19. We're going to go over 1. We're going to do sector 0. We're going to go over 1. And we're going to do sector 35, okay? We're going to go over 1, 2, 3. Okay? Guys, this system is a dynamic system. Okay? You're never set in your ways. So the first thing we do, and we will have already simulated this, so we will know, but even in the game, when you start, you always start in the highest risk mitigation profile. So for this coverage, we're going to start with a 3 loss to enter front end risk mitigation. And if we find that's too slow, then we're going to go down to a 2 loss weight mitigation. Okay, guys? So we're going to start at the 3 loss. This is going to be more boring than my videos because I want to play it like the exact system. So we are now in. Okay, we are now in 11. Okay, that's a loss. Sorry, we're not in. We're waiting. Okay, guys, we're waiting. But I got to place a bet to get it in, kind of like the build-a-bet. So we're going to say 11 was our placing our bet. We lost. So now we're going to wait, okay, because now our bet's inputted in the build-a-bet. And we're going to build these bets and these parachutes in the build-a-bet before we even play. So look, we're down. So next, we're going to wait 4 losses, okay? And we're going to check. Me flashing is checking. Nope, that's a hit. And if we find 4 losses is too slow, we're going to turn to a 3 loss weight mitigation, okay? And if that's too slow, then we go to a 2 loss. But we always start at the higher risk mitigation profile because it's easier to put risk on the table, okay, than take it off because it's too late. You will already be in a streak. Okay, there's 1 loss. So we're waiting, but we're 1 loss. Okay, guys? Because it's easier to put risk on the table than to remove loss from the table. Okay, guys? Because you gotta deploy emergency procedures or grind back. Okay? Oh, I didn't add bumper bets. I'm gonna add bumper bets to the system. That's 2 losses. You see, we're in already, guys. Not in already. We're waiting for 1 more loss. Okay, because we're starting at the higher risk mitigation because the coverage isn't even half the wheel. Okay, at half the wheel, I would start with a 2 loss mitigation. The lower the coverage, the higher the loss mitigation. Think about it like every 4 or 5 numbers, I got to add a weight to the mitigation. 0's a hero, so we hit, so we're not going to go in. We're going to wait. Because the casino, because patience is a virtue, guys. It's something that most players don't have, okay? And we want to do what most players aren't doing, okay? That's what the system is designed for. That's why it's rated above those systems, because it's doing what 99% of people aren't doing, okay, guys? And that's the secret, okay? That's the secret to the system. Okay, 26 came out after the 0. We have 26, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait because we haven't even tested the system yet. This is going to be a long video, guys. This is probably going to be my longest video.
Green. Please place your bets.
Oops. 26.
Bets closing.
0 green. It's another win. And we're just going to sit out.
Bets, please.
And we're going to be patient. We're going to see if this risk profile suits us. If it's too slow, like if we go through, say 10 of these rounds without getting a hit,
please place your bets.
Right, we're still waiting. If we find it's going to be too slow, then we're going to go to a 2-1 loss mitigation. And if we find that's too fast, and we hit a parachute really fast or some type of drawdown, because we're going to keep track of these stats, then we're going to, if it keeps breaking drawdown, we're going to go back to a 3 mitigation. Right, we're dynamic in our play. And risk assessing every roll.
24 black.
Right, we're like roulette fund managers, right? We're not just playing the game, we're managing the fund, which is our bankroll, right?
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
Like the title says, it's a different way of thinking of the wheel. Okay, stats are holding. So we're gonna, if we get to 8 and 2, that's a sign we gotta switch tables.
23 red. Please place
That's a miss.
your bets.
That's 2.
Bets closing.
Okay, we lose this one, we're in, guys.
No more bets.
2-1 progression with this balance, okay? And this coverage. Lower coverage, you would switch to a 1-1 progression.
32 red. Please place your bets.
That was a hit, we're not in.
Bets closing.
So we're going to stick with it 2 more rounds through. If it doesn't hit, we're going to switch to 2 loss mitigation. But we're going to wait till it hits a loss, not just, oh, it hit win twice. It's got to hit a loss, not go to 3, hit a loss, not go to 3, and then we're going to switch to 2. Risk assessment says too slow.
14
Okay.
red.
This is how we
Please
assess, right? We don't just
Bets
do,
closing.
we assess. Okay? Because it's been a lot of times and it hasn't hit, so
No more
it's
bets, please.
it's slow. But let's see if it hits this one, and then it might be okay. Because we only recurred the loss while building a bet, right?
Red.
Okay, that
Please
missed.
place your bets.
One more miss, we're in, guys. And we're going to start
Bets closing.
at the second level of the progression just to get this build a bet back.
No
Okay,
more
just this
bets,
one
please.
time to get this build a bet back, guys.
$29 black. Please place
Okay,
your
that's a
bets.
hit. So it didn't do it again, but the 2 loss structure would have worked. So we're gonna wait.
Bets closing.
If it does it again, that's it. We're switching to 2 losses, guys. See how I'm
No
testing the
bets, please.
table with the lower risk first before I switch to the higher risk. Because why do higher risk if I don't need it, right? If I don't need it, right? I don't need it. Okay.
0 green.
Okay, that was a hit. We're
Please
gonna
place
wait.
your bets.
We're waiting for a miss again to see if our
Bets closing.
our front end risk mitigation, our loss weight structure is correct for our gameplay
Bets, please.
to get to where we want to go in a reasonable time before we tilt. Like not before we tilt, but before we give too much time for these stats to change. right? Because we're waiting for the 8 and the 2. That's the exit criteria where we need to change tables or pivot,
23 red.
right?
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's 1. Okay, if we notice this round it doesn't hit, 3 losses in a row, we're going to switch to 2.
No more bets, please.
And then we're going to reassess. This is how we reassess our bet structure, right? Because every bet structure is different depending on the stats. So you have to work your way up in the risk tree. Start at the highest risk
22
mitigation.
black. Please place
Okay,
your
that's a
bets.
miss. That's 2. This video is going to be slower than my others because I'm actually employing the system.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
And you have all these bets in your build-a-bet. You have these, the expanded coverage parachutes. And with the lower coverage, we expand the parachute bigger. That's going in too.
5 red.
Okay, we're in,
Please
guys.
place your bets.
And we're going to the second level of the progression to make back that build-a-bet. Okay, that was a 3-loss streak.
No more bets, please.
We're going for a $100 target.
$17 black. Please place your bets.
That's a miss. We're going up.
Bets closing.
Now, you got to keep track of this because 5% of this, right? 5% of this is $100. So when we get to negative 100, we're going to deploy a safety maneuver, okay?
21 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a hit. Okay, guys, that's a hit.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
Session high, $4. We've been playing for 6 minutes. Okay, not bad. Not $1 a minute, but we're close. I like to zone in on $1 a minute. So my sessions are never longer than an hour and a half usually, but
Please place your bets. Bets closing.
I do like this as a nice safe weight profile for this coverage because this coverage isn't even half the wheel. See? Half the wheel would be around there. So we're not even at half the wheel here. That's why we wait for the 3 first to see how it works out. Because if we hadn't waited 3, we'd be higher up, right? In the bet structure.
20 black.
This is how you front end
Please place
mitigate
your
risk,
bets.
guys. It's front end
Bets
mitigation.
closing.
Like a lot of the strategies are based on rear end mitigation. There are some front end mitigation, but it's not done properly. It's not done properly.
Three red. Please place
Okay,
your bets.
that's a hit. We're gonna wait.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
Right, because that was the first run till we got to that. So we know we're running a little under $1 a minute with the weight structure. As it stands now. If we see that dropping, then
21 black.
we can increase.
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss. We can increase the decrease the weight to 2 weight.
Bets
If that starts
closing.
dropping off and all of a sudden we're making like 10 cents a minute, you know.
No more bets, please.
So we keep track of our balance and how long we've been playing, right? That's not in the system too. But that's how you judge risk mitigation.
10 black. Please place your
Okay,
bets.
that's a miss.
Bets closing.
Excuse me, guys.
No more bets, please.
Guys, like, share, and subscribe, especially if you like this strategy. Let's bring it to the world. It's not a strategy, it's a system. Okay, it's a system. Strategies don't work.
22 black. Please place
That's a
your
miss.
bets.
We're back in. Yeah, I like this weight structure. I'm okay with it. And we're going back in at base, which is 10 cents a position with this balance. If we had a $5,000 balance, we could go with a bigger position, 20 cents.
No more
Okay,
bets, please.
with a $10,000 balance, we could go with a 40-cent position. With a $1,000 balance, 20,000, we could go with a $1 position and advance the progression. You can also, there's different progression speeds, right? 1-1, 2-1, 2-2,
33 black.
3-1, 3-2, 3-3.
Please place your bets.
But this one, with this coverage, we're doing a 2-1. And you're gonna,
Closing.
because you're gonna simulate, you're also gonna hone in on all these things before you play. So when your real play, you will already have done your risk mitigation testing, right? Because you will already simulated. You already see if these stats are
10
holding,
black.
right?
Please place your bets.
What's another loss? We're going up.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
And when you're in a progression, guys, you stop and wait for losses if you win. You don't just keep going. We don't just keep doing anything, because that's insanity. You have to always be changing and pivoting in this game.
Green. Please place
0
your
green,
bets.
that's a new high. So we're gonna wait.
Bets closing.
We're almost 10% to the target. Let's see how our time's holding. Oh yeah, we're catching up. $9 in 10 minutes. So we're getting, the weight structure is definitely correct, guys. You see how I gauged that? I gauged that in how long it's taking me to get to my target, and if I'm comfortable with playing that long.
Please place your
That's
bets.
one miss, but I am. And this way,
Bets closing.
you're lowering your chance of having to use
No more bets, please.
back end loss mitigation, which is riskier than front end mitigation, because front end mitigation, we're not risking anything to do this, right? We have no bets on the table, right? This is free risk
30
mitigation.
Please place your bets.
That's 2 losses. Same frickin', it's double pumping a lot. We have to remember that when we're in parachute mode. When we're in parachute mode, we're gonna have lower coverage, so don't worry, we're gonna wait for, when we start parachute mode, we wait for the higher loss mitigation, and if it takes forever, then we go down, because parachute mode's very risky. We up the bet.
14 red. Please.
Okay,
place
we're in
your
again,
bets.
guys. Base. Yeah, this is
Bets
perfect.
closing.
See the tempo? The tempo is perfect. We're not waiting too long, but we're not entering every time, right? Because then we're doing the same thing every time. It's insanity. Now, if it's super slow and the table's so hot you have to enter every time, you do. But you monitor extremely closely. Look, see? They dropped just a bit,
24 black.
right? We're going to monitor that,
Please place your bets.
right? That's how this works. If we see it drop 1, that's our exit rule. We're going to switch tables or take our profits and stop and wait 500 rolls, enter, and see what these do. If they drop 1, we're in. If they go back up or increase, we're definitely back in this table, right? We're just going to keep doing. We're thinking.
5 red.
Okay, that's a miss.
Please place your bets.
We're going up.
Bets closing.
See?
No more bets, please. $21 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a win. $13 profit in 12 minutes. Okay, we've reached the $1 a minute. So this is the perfect settings. And if we get in trouble, we find this progression's too fast, we can do a 2-2. But 2-1 is better for this because the front end loss mitigation is high.
Please place your bets.
8.
Bets closing.
13% to the target. Win rate 33%. Good for this coverage. This is really low coverage.
4 black. Please place
Okay,
your
that's a
bets.
hit. We're not going to go in
Bets
because we
closing.
won on the 21. Right? 21. 8 was a miss. We don't have the 8. 4 was a hit. So we're going to wait. Right? Entry criteria. Front end risk mitigation, guys. There's many ways you can mitigate risk and recover loss.
11 black. Please
Rather than
place
just
your
doubling,
bets.
Fibonacciing, delamberting.
Bets
None of it works.
closing.
If you're in a delambert and you go too deep, you're never getting out. Okay? And if you have too steep a progression to get out, the delambert's going to stack too fast. Okay, so it doesn't work. You need a pivot plan, right? If we parachute multiple times and it fails, it's an automatic switch table, right?
5 red.
We only get 3 parachutes in a session.
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss. And parachutes the emergency loss recovery system, okay? And if that fails 3 times during one session, If we get back up to break even, we switch tables even if we're close, and we grind back on that table with heavy front end mitigation to start. Really heavy. And then we dial it back slowly to grind back. No matter how long it takes. Even if you have to stop the session, you come back, but you start at the same point, same everything, same bet. You just input the other 500 spins. It's not a big deal. That's 2 losses. Okay, and then you come back on that table. You can do a simulation first and then do it. And then you just come back at the same spot. Right? Same drawdown, same progression. Same everything. Of course, you're going to reevaluate depending on that table and what the tracker's telling you and where your bet is in terms of your structure.
20 black.
Okay, that's a loss. We're in. And we're going to go down to base. And we'd be just hitting the build a bet button once, right? Boop! And it would just spray the chips. Sorry, guys. It would just spray the chips out, right? Because you're going to have this and your emergency procedures in the build a bets ready to deploy, or else it will be too fast to deploy. Okay? Period. Because it's too complicated to deploy any way but build a bet.
31 black.
Okay, that's a loss.
Please
we're going up.
Place your bets.
We'll hit this one. It's a nice little pump. Yeah, I would love one. Thank you. My wife's asking me if I want coffee. This is it. I finally released the system. The most that I can find comprehensive roulette system on the planet. But I'm not sure. You guys let me know if you found a more comprehensive system than a 15 part system that all works together in synergy with the apps, right? With the apps. Simulator is 100% free, right? Anybody can use it, right?
Seven red.
Okay, 7
Please
red.
place
That's a
your
win.
bets.
Seems like every time we win on that, right? Our max bet's never gone past 750. Okay, so we've made $18. Let's check the speed. $18 in 16 minutes. We're still at our dollar a minute, so we're happy with the speed. We're happy with the front end loss mitigation. We don't have to switch to a 2, right? Don't switch to what you don't need. And with less coverage, start at a 4, right? Less coverage, start at a 5, right? Be dynamic. 15 black. What I don't want you guys to do is stupid strategies that everybody's doing. Pick a dozen, follow the loser. Okay, pick a dozen, follow the winner. You have no data. There's 5,163 spins in this table, right?
1 red. Please.
Okay, that's our first miss.
Bets closing.
You can see our stats. And we can see they're regressing.
No more bets, please.
But both these have to go under 0. This can drop, the chi can drop a little more. But especially the sigma, we don't want that to drop 1. But the chi, it can drop like 1.5 in my eyes.
Please place
What do we have? 7, 50, and 1. So that's 1 miss.
Bets closing.
Sorry, 2 misses, because that's 2 1s in a row. So next miss, we're in, guys. And we're back in. We want to see if we go past this max bet, because if we go past this max bet too far, we got to do a 4 loss weight system. It means our front end mitigation isn't big enough, but we have to see how many times that happens, right?
6 black.
Because once we deploy,
Please place your bets.
okay, that's a miss. We're in, guys. Once we deploy 2 parachutes, you only have 1 more parachute this session to recover before you have to pivot. So at that point, I would add a 4th front end mitigation. Okay, guys?
No more bets, please.
Something you didn't work, you have to admit it, and you have to add something. Okay, you have to add. You have to change. It's not working. Okay, you have to admit that to yourself.
0.
It's very important. 0's the hero, that's a hit. Okay, $20 profit. So we're rocking $20 in 18 minutes. Okay, we're sticking with our
No more bets, please.
we're sticking with our dollar per minute. If it drops to 50 cents, I would definitely go to 2 losses. But I haven't seen that yet, and I haven't seen a higher max bet, so I'm liking this mitigation system. We might not even have to use a parachute. We'll see.
Please place your bets.
This parachute, because the coverage, right? Because the coverage, I'm just going to show the coverage, right? You're going to do
No more bets, please.
Neighbors 5. Okay, neighbors 5. And you're going to do a 2 weight loss. But you're not going to do it now. And we're not in now, we're waiting.
31 black.
31 black.
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss. I would have this on, I place my bets on a this simulator. You load it on your phone, you place your bets, and then you can quickly look and see if you hit. Now I'm flashing to see, but you would have all your bets placed in the same simulator on your phone, and you can just quickly look at your phone, boom. Or if you have a second monitor, you can have it on the second monitor, and you can see fast if you hit or miss, instead of having to do this. Also, it'll show you on the field, so.
16 red. Please place your
I just don't
bets.
have that. That's a miss. That's 2 misses. Misses, misses. One more misses, we're in. Okay, one more misses, we're in at base.
No more bets, please.
Okay, at 5% drawdown, or when this total bet is at 50 when you're in drawdown, you release your first parachute, okay guys?
26 black.
That's a hit,
Please
we're gonna
place your
wait.
bets.
You see? Because the casino is not expecting you to be patient. They're expecting you to want to play so bad, be such a degenerate,
No
that you're
more
just
bets,
gonna,
please.
you're not gonna employ weight, which is one thing in roulette you can't do in a lot of games, is sit out. You can't sit out in blackjack. What are you gonna do? Go eat? Like, it doesn't work.
20 black. Please
Okay,
place
that's
your
one miss.
bets.
We're resetting the miscount. I have a win-loss calculator app that goes along with this when you're playing live play, and it has a loss count calculator, and it keeps track of the loss count. It changes colors on certain loss streaks. Okay, it's going to keep track of your balance. It's going to keep track of your win rate based on these stats. Okay, to show if you're hot or you're cold,
22
or you're in the sweet spot.
Please place your
Okay,
bets.
that's a second miss. Okay, one more miss. We're going to enter at base, guys. This is deploying front-end risk mitigation, or, as we call it, patience.
No more bets, please.
Something the casino is not expecting. It will catch them with their pants down. They're not, and we're testing the front-end mitigation before we play, or if we don't simulate, which I always suggest, then you're going to.
24 black. Please place your bets.
Okay, we're in, guys. Then you're going to start at a higher mitigation, right?
Bets, please.
You're going to start at a higher mitigation and work your way down if it's too slow. Okay? I want you guys to take the least risk when you start to play. You could always take risk off. You could always put risk on the table, but taking it off is hard. I'm telling you.
10 black.
10 black,
Please
that's a
place
miss.
your bets.
Okay, let's see if we break that 750 bet high. We've never broken next bet.
Bets
Okay, it's
closing.
always hit after this next bet. This next bet is always hit. Not this
No more
one,
bets, please.
but the 750, which is the next bet. The next step in the progression is always hit. Let's see if we hit. If we hit this, we get a nice bump. I don't know if we've ever hit this step. It's kind of funny. Funny how loss mitigation works like that. Front end.
35 black.
Oh, that's a hit on that one. That's a
Please
nice
place
pump.
your bets.
Okay, $24 in 22 minutes, so we're keeping our pace. That's the pace of the game. How much you're making per minute. That's the pace.
No more bets,
You
please.
understand? You have to know the pace. And you can see, we haven't dropped below 0 on either of these. Sigma has barely even moved. Cheese moved a bit, though. So we're watching. We watch, guys.
10 black.
Right? We
Please
analyze
place your
every
bets.
roll. That's a hit. We're using data analytics
Bets
and
closing.
trading techniques, okay, to play roulette. Not progressions and coverage. This is dictating our runway, right? This is telling us what to pick. And then we have to play responsibly within the variance of this bet.
29 black.
Okay?
Please
And that's
place
what the
your
poly
bets.
system, along with the apps, is going to allow you to do. Okay? Not saying it's a guaranteed win, guys. Nothing's a guaranteed win. Nothing is guaranteed in life. You could jaywalk tomorrow and get hit by a car. A meteor could hit Earth. My wife could want a divorce. My God. For an AI, she loves AI, guys. She named ChatGPT Ragnar.
35 black.
Okay, that's a hit. We're
Please
going to
place
stay
your
out,
bets.
right?
Bets closing.
And this is to deal with the variance of the table. The front end risk mitigation is soaking up enough variance that you don't have to use your loss and mitigation until variance expands. And then you're seeing it expand, because if you see it break this low a lot more than the high, which we haven't been doing, then it could be mean reversion and we have to maybe pivot or change tables or do something else. That's one loss, right? That's how this game plays. You see, chi went up. So we're watching, right? Another loss, two losses, we're gonna enter. Right? If we keep getting win streaks, this chi is gonna go back up. Right? We're not gonna be entering, but it's okay because we're staying within the range of our stats. It's actually what we want to see. The same thing that's been happening before. We want these staying the same, right? Throughout variance.
Please place your bets.
That's a loss.
Bets closing.
These are your indicators of health, right? Look, sigma finally went down. So I'd like to see is like hit, like a bunch of hits. So these stats go up, but also a miss to enter would be nice too.
Red. Please place your
Hit,
bet.
and you'll see these stats go up. See?
Bets closing.
Sigma's back over. Chi is going healthy again. If we hit this one, Chi will go up even more, so we're even healthier. And that's how this works, guys. We're playing within variance. It's a very varied game. The most.
9 red.
Okay, there's so many options on the table, right? It's not like Baccarat or Blackjack, where there's only so many cards, or Baccarat, you know? Blackjack's card is close because there's 52 cards in the deck, but there's only so many combinations that beat so many combinations. I don't like Blackjack online. They cut the deck too much.
6 black. Please
Yeah,
place your bets.
that's 2 losses. One more loss we're going to enter.
Bets closing.
That's okay because see our sigma? It was going down, right? So
No
we
more
want to
bets,
make
please.
sure that this main one, which is our core, stays in the range. The core. Okay? These can wane a bit. It's the core.
28 black. Please place your bets.
That's a hit. We're going to wait.
Bets
And we're going to look at
closing.
our profit and our time. Is it slowing down? It's slowing down. We're under $1 a minute. So if we fall too low, we're going to switch to a 2-1 risk mitigation. But we're going to wait. And we're going to wait. It just means the table's getting hotter. And then if that starts to go too hot, like too much per minute,
17 black.
we're going to lower it.
Please place
Okay.
your bets.
That's a miss. Right?
Bets closing.
You have to be dynamic because the table is dynamic. It does different things at different places, right? I created a dynamic roulette system, not a fixed one. You're going to take 2 dozens, follow the losers, and martingale, and God be damned. You're never going to change what you're going to do the whole session. That's insanity.
13 black.
No protocols.
Please place your bets.
Okay? I've made protocols, and I'm going to keep adding to them,
Bets
okay?
closing.
And refining, because that's what I do.
No
One more
bets,
loss, we're
please.
going to enter, right? And we're looking at our stats. They're dropping. Sigma, even if it drops 0.5, I would be more eyebrow raising than chi. Especially Sigma if it drops
26
low.
black. Please place your bets.
That's a hit. Sigma is a little more variant, but chi is very stable, and if it drops, it's a real sign. See, when it's not dropping past that 8.
No more bets,
Remember what I
please.
said? Because that means variance has a tight range, right? And that's what we're looking for, tight range variance, not
29 black.
That's a
Please
hit.
place your bets.
ooh, chi's going up.
Bets closing.
That was an outlier.
No more bets, please.
It's the core health that matters, right? Because we're not taking these bottom bets. We only have these good bets. I rethought my process of spreading out the coverage.
15 black. Please place
But
your
you can do it.
bets.
That's a hit. That's core.
Bets closing.
That is definitely core. Oof, 8.78. We're back to where
No
we
more
started.
bets, please.
If it hits the core again, I'm excited because then the 3 loss streak, it's not going to affect the chi as much, right? It means the variance is very, very good.
28 black.
28
Please
black.
place your bets.
Okay, that's not in the core.
closing.
Right? That's not in the core. But we have it, Sector 35.
Please.
So we're waiting. We're a quarter way to the target, but our, yeah, it's gonna drop to 50 cents soon. So then we will speed it up.
14 red.
Not yet, though.
Please place
We're
your
waiting for that
bets.
trigger, right?
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
We're waiting for that trigger. That front end loss mitigation trigger.
One red.
Okay, that's
Please
2 losses.
place your bets.
Okay. Sorry, guys. Because we're not using real money here, it keeps kicking me out. Loading. Okay, we're back in. I hate how you have to push this one for this.
24 black. Please place your bets.
Okay, we are in, guys. We are at base
Bets
unit.
closing.
Right, 24 came out.
No more bets, please.
Alright. The Sector 1961 Roulette System. Long time in the coming. Took me a year to make this. And it took me a long time to develop the system. Through
26
playing.
black. Please
playing.
place your bets.
Popped us right away. $27. We were at 30 minutes. So we're at 30 minutes, $27. So we're catching back up. Something around that. We're close.
7 red. Please place your bets.
Maybe I'll put a timer on the win-loss calculator. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a timer on the win-loss calculator so it keeps track of the time. I'll look back in this video. Anything I suggest as an add-on, I'll add on. It's going to keep track of time so you can keep track of your profit versus time. Maybe I'll even do your dollar, your what you're making per minute
Black.
calculation built in.
Please place your
That's what I'm going
bets.
to do. That's sick. That's sick. It works well with the strategy. That's sick. We're doing that because that's a good way to tell if front-end mitigation
No more bets,
is
please.
is too weak or too strong. Right? Is it going too fast or too slow?
18 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's second loss. See? It's just dancing around within the 8. Dancing around within the 2.90 area. But if this gets to 2.5 and this gets to 7.5, then we're going to stop. Or change tables. And wait and do the same thing. Right?
18 red.
Okay,
Please
18
place
red.
your bets.
We are in, guys. There it is. We're finally in. Let's see if we can get one of those second pops again.
Bets closing.
Although a first pop's nice too.
No more bets, please.
Because the payout's good, because the coverage is lower. Right? It's a $2 payout. $2.10 payout.
17 black.
Okay,
Please place
that's
your
a
bets.
miss. Like with this loss mitigation, it might be okay to do a 3-1, but let's see if we breach the 750. We haven't yet. We've never breached 750. We've only had $4 in drawdown. Right?
No more bets, please.
We're analyzing. We're looking at it like differently than everybody else, right, guys?
7 red.
7 red.
Please
That's our
place
pop.
your bets.
We still haven't broken that bet. $31. Okay, so it's keeping pace. I'll accept it.
Bets closing.
I'll accept
No
it.
more bets, please. $31 black.
Okay, that's a
Please
miss.
place your bets.
See, the stats are going down, guys. Variance. And we don't want it to be too variant, or else it's not a good table. We're just going to pivot tables. That easy. It's that easy,
No
guys.
more bets, please.
It's that easy, guys. We're not set in our ways like a crazy person.
23 red.
Okay, that's
Please
two
place
misses.
your bets.
See? It's going down. But that doesn't mean it's going to crank back up. It just means it's going down right now. So,
No more bets, please.
and this could be replaced by another sector. In which case we would just flip sectors and rebuild the bet. Not a big deal. We just stop, rebuild the bet, and then come back in.
Please place
Okay,
your bets.
that's a miss. 31, 23, 17. We're back in.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
We're in Canada,
No
guys.
red.
It's cold here.
Please place your bets.
Big up to all the Canadians listening. Big up to anybody who's listening. See, our stats went down. We're watching, right? This goes to 2.5. Well, then these will be tied,
No
right?
more bets, please.
Well, I don't see that happening. I see it's gonna do one of these hit, and then it's gonna do a bunch of hits or something. It's gonna swing back because it's a variant game,
13
and this is the
black.
way it's been going. But we're gonna see.
Please place your bets.
We're not at our max bet yet. We're at our max bet now. So this is
Bets
sign
closing.
that we have a changing dynamic within the system. This is the
No
first
more
sign.
bets, please.
Okay, breaking that low. Okay, breaking that bet size. Remember, if our bet gets to $50, we're going to
28
engage.
black. Please
Nope.
place your bets.
Didn't breach the bet size. $36. So that sign didn't come to fruition.
Bets closing.
What came out at 28, right? But
No
our
more
core,
bets, please.
our core is waning. Okay, our core is waning. And if these stats catch up, we would expand the core and reset because we would be expanding the
13
core.
black. Please
And
place your
reanalyze. 13, that's a miss. Yeah, our main it's waning, see? See? Remember what I said, if this gets to 7.5 and 2.5 and something doesn't overtake it and hold, we're going to wait. Or we're going to go to a different table and finish the session. Because them's the rules. And start with the coverage there and a
33
proper
black.
and an advanced.
Please place your bets.
That's another loss. An advanced loss mitigation because we don't know that table at all. We haven't simulated anything. And I would suggest before you start playing with this profit, you simulate and then you go in.
No more bets, please.
Right? That's how it works. And then you go back in with this balance where you were because this table, the stats are waning, right? Look, we're almost at 8. 2.84.
25 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a hit. But not in the core. Right? Not in the core.
Closing.
Look, chi of 8. Right?
No more
Waning.
bets, please.
I have a feeling this is going to hit the core.
19 red. Please
Yeah, it
place
hit
your
the core.
bets.
See? I knew it. I knew it was going to hit the core because it's playing within that range, right? Watch, it's going to hit the core again.
No more bets,
Or
please.
not the next one, but the next one. Eventually it's going to hit the core twice or 3 times in a row. I'm almost sure of it.
1 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a loss.
Bets closing. No more bets, please. Black. Please
17
place
black,
your
that's a
bets.
miss. One more miss and we're in. Our stats are still holding, so one more miss and we're in.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
See, you're protecting against fade. You see, you're protecting against fade. That's what you're doing.
9 red. Please place your
Okay,
bets.
we're in again, guys. I want to see a core hit right off the bat.
Bets closing.
We still haven't broken that max bet though. That is a good sign of a healthy
No
table,
bets,
or that
please.
low. We are only breaking highs, so That is still a really good sign. But we have to watch our core.
2 black. Please place
Okay,
your
that was a
bets.
core hit. What did I say?
Bets
Okay.
closing.
Okay, this is going to get more in depth than
No
any of my
bets,
videos
please.
now that the system is released. Okay.
30 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
See how the app works? See the info it's saying, right? It's telling us the runway, right? Mathematically, it hasn't been doing the proper thing.
34 red.
Okay, so that was
Please
a 2,
place your bets.
30, 34. That's 2 misses.
Bets closing.
Okay, we still haven't
No
dropped
more
below
bets,
8.
please.
We weren't quite at 9, so we can go a little under 8, right? We're still within the
28 black. Please place your bets.
we had 30, 34. And 28 was a hit, so we're not in.
No more bets, please.
How's our time doing? Yeah, we're at 40 minutes and 38 bucks. Really, we're almost at 50 minutes.
9 red. Please place
Okay,
your
that's
bets.
a miss. We're waiting. That's our first drop below 7.
Bets
Be
closing.
below 8, guys. So we're watching.
No more bets, please.
We're watching.
27 red. Please
That's a
place
miss.
your bets.
Yeah, the core is waning, see? The core is
Bets
waning.
closing.
Okay? The core health of this play
No more bets,
is
please.
waning. But we're still seeing because it could shoot back up. We don't know yet. Okay, we don't know yet. How many losses is that? That's 2.
7 red. Please place your
That's
bets.
a hit.
Bets closing. No more bets, please. $27 red. Please place your bets.
That's a miss. Yeah, the core is failing. See, the core is failing. But not yet, but it's failing. Right? It's starting to fade.
No more bets, please.
Which means we're going to check this table. Is it still the best table? Quadrants racetracks, and look for other plays. Test them out with a high risk mitigation and see if it
33 black. Please place your bets.
see how they're holding. But not yet. We're not there yet. Especially if these stats drop and we break max bet this shot, then we're definitely going to get back up and stop. And if we deploy a parachute, we'll pivot tables because the stats are waning, and the recovery, we had to do a recovery, right? So we're going to think,
9 red.
is it working, right?
Please place your bets.
9 red, 27, 33, 9 red, we're in. Okay, guys? Stats are dropping. Okay, guys? Stats are dropping.
No more bets, please.
So we're watching. 38% to the target. This is not fast play, guys. This is this is like, speed isn't what's going to get you there.
26 black. Please place your bets.
Smacked it. Right in the core. Okay. $40 profit. We still haven't breached that max bet, so I'm not prepared to change the risk structure, because then we're going to breach this max bet, right? For sure, right? Because it's going to happen again. But it hasn't happened past that, so
7
why
red.
risk it doing it, right?
Please place your bets.
7 red. Right? See, we hit, so it went up a bit, so we're still in the game on this table.
No more bets, please.
On this table, guys. You have to understand the distinction when I play on this table. I have multiple tables. I can, and multiple, we can do racetrack and quadrants too.
19 red.
Right?
Please place your
That's a
bets.
hit. Oh, that's a hit in the core. That's what I want to see. Remember I said?
Bets closing.
Almost back up to 8. Remember what I said? That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So it was probably variance, but we're going to see. Watch we hit the core again. I would love it. I would love it.
24 black. Please
24
place
black.
your
That's a
bets.
miss. We got one miss in the count.
Bets closing.
Waiting for our front end risk mitigation, right?
No
To
more
play out.
bets, please.
That's how we do this. We've decided it's at least risk-wise a good pace. It's a little slow, but the way the table's been
32
acting,
red.
if the table wasn't
Please
throwing out,
place your bets.
if these were going up, well, that hit the core again too. Remember what I said, guys? Look, we're back above 8.
Bets
I told
closing.
you. It's variance. I hope we hit the
Two
core
more bets,
again.
please.
Tell me in the comments, guys, have you ever seen a roulette system like this? With these kind of
Nine
apps, with this kind of
Please
play?
place your bets.
That's a miss. Oh, hit that core again, baby. Hit that core again. That's going to push us to like 8.10, 8.15.
No more bets,
Because we're
please.
monitoring table health with Sigma and Chi, right? And with this one too, right? We're measuring table health.
28 black. Please place your bets.
28 black, that's a hit. Not in the core.
Bets closing.
We're waiting.
No more bets, please.
Patience, the weapon the casino's never expecting you to deploy. Okay, is patience. Something we can deploy in this game.
18 red. Please
That in a lot
place
of
your
games you can't
bets.
deploy. Okay, that's a mess. Watching our health.
Bets closing.
We're okay for now. But it is going down. Seems like the levels have changed.
No more bets, please.
So, but our max bet hasn't changed. Session low hasn't changed. We're only expanding up still. That's a sign of good table health.
20 black.
Okay,
Please
that's a
place
miss.
your bets.
Okay, one more miss we're in, guys. Table health.
Bets closing. No more bets,
We're almost
please.
halfway to the target. You could also stop at halfway to the target. You could switch to a different table assess. You could stop, take a break, come back, punch in more spins, and go again. See what these have
29
done.
black.
If you want to be
Please
really
place your
safe, right?
bets.
If you want to be really safe, that hit the core. That hit the core. No, it didn't.
Bets closing.
Right? It didn't.
No more bets, please.
What did that hit? 29, 29, 29, 29. It's in there somewhere. There it is, Sector 35. I'm so bad at looking in the
6
sectors.
black.
Okay, that's a
Please
miss.
place your bets. Bets closing.
We're waiting,
No
because 6
more
was a
bets,
miss, right?
please.
You saw 6 was a miss. Right? That's just the first miss, though.
25 red. Please place
Okay, that's
your
a hit.
bets.
Is that the core? Nope.
Bets closing.
Monitoring the
No
table
bets,
health,
please.
right? Something that is a major plus, guys. Something that without this app, right?
26 black.
How do you know
Please
what's really
place your
going on,
bets.
right? That hit the core. Smack daddy in the core. See?
Bets closing.
26.
No more bets, please. Five red. Please place
5
your
red.
bets.
It's first miss. See, it's running slow, but I don't want to increase the risk because the way the table's acting. If I was above 8, like 8.5, I would go to 2 weight, right? But because our max bet and these stats waning, we're not going to increase the risk profile, right? Because we're analyzing. If these stats were going up, we could increase the risk profile, right?
Red. Please place your bets.
That's a loss. That's 2. One more we're entering. Right? So we're dynamic in our play, right? We're not set in our way. This isn't a strategy, it's a system.
Bets, please.
Okay? You got to play with a system, not a set strategy. That's not going to work in a highly variant game that's changing all the time. The same thing. Really think to yourself when I say that, and ask yourself if you think that's going to work. We're in. Doing something the same in a game that's always changing.
No more bets, please.
That's why urban warfare is so hard. It's an ever-changing environment. There's so many different variables.
5 black.
We hit.
Please place your bets.
So once again, I mean, it's slow, but it's steady.
Bets closing.
It's slow, but it's steady, right? And we're not breaking low, and we're not breaking this. In our health, what did we hit? A 35. It's not in our core. We're watching our health, because look at our sigma. Look at our chi. Sigma's almost down to that 2.5.
8 black.
Right? So that's what we're watching,
Please
guys.
place your
That's
bets.
what we're watching. If we see that core wane, then we're going to pivot, right? We have pivots. We have racetrack, right? We have quadrants, right? We have right? So we can even take straight up numbers, the best straight up numbers, right? But I don't really like doing that. I love sectors. They're my
4
favorite.
black. Please place your bets.
I just find they work out the best. I don't know why. 4 black. That's in the core. So core health is remaining.
No more bets, please.
So we're not out. It's not hitting our trigger to switch wheels, right? Because that's a loss strategy that we're employing, a risk strategy that most people can't employ. We have data on multiple. We have data on multiple wheels, right? 5,000 spins, 5,600, 4,800, 9,400 spins in that wheel, right? I'm tracking that one for a while. I'll be tracking that one for a while. Win rate, 50% with that small
33
coverage.
black.
Like, that should
Please
tell
place
you,
your
right?
bets.
Win rate, that percent, 50%, with not even 50% of the wheel covered. And that's, you know, there's house edge too, right?
Bets, please.
So, it's showing you that the front end mitigation is very safe. That's what that's showing you. That's what all this is showing us. It's surviving within the variance,
Red.
right?
Please place your bets.
Ooh, that's 2 losses.
Bets closing.
Okay, we're getting close to where we have to say we have to change tables.
No more bets,
But we're almost
please.
50% to the target, right?
2 black. Please
Nope, that
place
hit.
your bets.
Hit the core.
Bets closing.
Usually I would say forget it, I just want to speed up this video, but I actually want to show you guys how the system works. We haven't even had to use a parachute, an emergency loss procedure, because our front end mitigation is so good, right? Like, look how I'm controlling risk. Look, 24 spins, $42.
2 black. Please place your bets.
2 black, right? Because I don't care how many times it hits. I care how many times it loses. Because it's the losing end of the equation that matters, guys, not the winning end of the equation. This comes if you control this, okay, and this. Then you control this.
36
Understand
red.
how it works?
Please place your
It's a
bets.
system. It's all together. It's not one piece of a pie. Okay? You need the complete pie to play roulette.
Bets closing.
Okay? With any modicum of success. Otherwise, you're just playing in a random game, randomly. Not randomly, like the Martingale strategies and the Fibonacci strategies, and where you just do the same thing over and over again. It doesn't work like
29
that.
black. Please place
That's a
your
hit
bets.
right in the core. No, not the core.
No more bets, please.
This is the first test of the system since I've totally written it down and before it was all in my head, right?
Red.
Before it was all in my
Place
head.
your bets.
That's a miss.
Bets closing.
Watching our health.
No more bets, please. Four black. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a hit. We're gonna wait. Guys, like, share, subscribe if you like this
No more bets,
system.
please.
I'm gonna keep playing on here with this system, okay? Remember, Sector 1961 Roulette. This is the system.
28 black. Please place your bets.
It's a hit.
Bets closing.
Core health is going up.
No more bets, please. Black. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss. That's one.
Bets closing.
And since my max bet's only been
No
750
more bets, please.
and my profit is 42 already, I think at this point, we played this table for a while, the stats seem to be holding.
23 red. Please place
23
your
red.
bets.
That's second miss.
Bets closing.
I'm gonna see what happens because I could deal with one or two more position sizes at this point in this level, right? At this level of risk. Because I'm already almost halfway to the target, right? So I can add a little risk to the table if I need to. But we're gonna see.
7 red.
We're gonna see. Yeah, that
Please
hit.
place
So
your
what we're
bets.
gonna do now, because we're already done our higher
Bets
risk profile play, the weight 3. We're gonna put it down to weight 2 now, guys. We're gonna put it
No
down
more
to weight
bets,
2,
please.
and we're gonna majorly monitor the stats. Okay, that's the play now. We're adjusting our risk, but if we find out that we breach this max bet by any
Please
more
place your
than one
bets.
position, right? If we breach this max bet, right, because we've only increased it a position. If we break it by 2 positions, that's a sign that we have to go back to the old risk profile, right? This is too fast. Okay, this is too fast. You have to do risk assessment on the fly. You have to know how to manage risk, or else there's no point playing this game. It's a very risky game.
33 black.
Okay, that's one
Please
loss.
place your bets.
So one more loss we're going to enter, but we're going to watch this because we've never breached this. So I'm comfortable going up to 10,
Closing.
right? Right, guys? It won't even be going up to 10. And I'm comfortable going up to 10. So probably 2 more losses I can sustain without, thinking I need to go back to the old risk profile. Let's see. 33.
1 red.
Okay, that's a miss. We're in.
Please place your bets.
This is going to get faster now because I've changed the risk profile, right? I've changed the risk profile. And then when I'm at 75, I will change the risk profile again, right?
No more bets, please.
You guys see how it works? I feel the table. I don't just switch risk profiles. Look how long I played. Now I'm switching risk
11
profiles,
black.
right? Now I'm switching
Please
risk profiles.
place your bets.
Because a lot of times you think it's fine and then it switches risk. When you switch, I don't know why the universe works like this, but then you switch and it's like, you're screwed. You tell me why the universe works like that, guys.
No more bets, please.
I don't actually know. Right? I don't know.
Black.
Okay, another
Please
miss.
place your bets.
You see what I mean, guys? You see what I mean? We're at that previous bet now. Okay? So if we win this,
Closing.
we're fine. If we lose 2 more, then we know we have to go back to the 4 weight,
Bets, please.
right? We'll have to go back to the 4 weight.
Black.
Okay.
Please place your bets.
Okay. $47 profit. So we're still comfortable with this risk profile. That hit the core. Right, core health going up, so we're still okay. We're still good, but we got to monitor this risk profile because we've lowered the front end risk mitigation. So we have to watch.
23 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss.
Bets closing. No more bets, please. Black. Please place your bets.
35 black. I gotta go back in, guys, sorry. And, you know, it's slow play, but look at my drawdowns, look at my stats, and you'll see why slow play is better.
Black.
That's a hit.
Please place your
That's the
bets.
core. Wow,
Bets
core health
closing.
is staying stable.
No more bets, please.
Like, look at that. See how I'm controlling risk? Still amazing. Right? $1.75 a spin.
Red. Please place your bets.
12 red, that's a hit.
Bets closing.
Now we won't go to a 1-2 till a weight 1 until this is at 75, because then I'm gonna breach way higher, definitely higher than this max bet, right?
31 black. Please place your bets.
That's a miss. That's one. One more miss, we're in. One more miss, we're
Bets
in.
closing. No more bets, please. Red.
30 red.
Please place your bets.
That's a miss, we're in. Base unit.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
And the system doesn't work without the apps. You have no way to monitor health. You have no data. It's not. That's a key part of the system that people have to understand.
28 black.
28
Please
black.
place your bets.
Daddy's liking it. Halfway to the target.
Bets closing.
But we're not going to take an extra risk off until we're at $60, $70, $75,
No
okay?
more bets,
Then we
please.
can lower the risk profile one more and extremely monitor, right? Extreme monitoring if we're going to take another layer off the front end mitigation. And you see how I started at the higher mitigation and played for a while? Didn't just play for 2 minutes?
Black.
2 minutes tells you nothing.
Please place
This is
your
roulette.
bets.
That's one loss. Right? 2 minutes tells you nothing. Okay? Okay, guys? I want you to remember that.
No more bets, please.
You gotta play for a second. Simulate, play, see what the table's doing. Start with extreme risk mitigation. You can't lose with extreme risk mitigation, right? Like, it doesn't hurt, right?
Please place your bets.
Right? I mean, you can lose the game with extreme risk mitigation, but it doesn't, like, what I'm saying is you can't, it doesn't hurt your play. It can only improve your play. We're in again, guys. Let's hit the core, because look at the core. It's gone under the 7.5, right? So we're monitoring. If it goes under 7, we're stopping play.
33 black.
Especially if it starts not to behave,
Please place your bets.
right?
Bets closing.
Because look. Health.
No more
going
bets,
down.
please.
So we're gonna see.
Black. Please place your bets.
Okay, we're at max bet. Now, if we breach this max bet by 2,
Bets closing.
we're going to employ the higher risk mitigation, grind ourselves out,
No
and
more
then
bets, please.
with the higher progression, because we know it works and see. But let's see if we hit at this one, because we can hit one pass because we have before, right? We don't need to, it doesn't raise alarm bells.
26
It's
black.
happened before.
Please place your bets.
So we know it's going to happen again. $53 profit, though it didn't, which is nice. It's nice when the front end mitigation tweak is working perfect,
No more bets, please.
right? We still haven't breached our max bet, although we will. We will. Guarantee you we will, because of the way we did what we did. Right, guys?
22 black. Please place your bets.
That's a miss.
Bets closing. No more bets, please. $15 black. Please place your bets.
That's a hit in the core.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
See, core health went back up. Good sign.
$9 red. Please place your bets.
9 red. We don't have that one.
Bets closing.
One more loss we're going to enter.
No more bets, please. $27 red.
Okay, that's a
Please
miss.
place your
We're in.
bets. Bets closing. No more bets, please.
See how we're controlling risk in the riskiest game and
Please place your
on the
bets.
planet? $55 profit,
Bets closing.
right? The most variant risky game.
No more bets.
And look
please.
at the control. Right? Look at the control. Now, this is dropping a little low for spin. But it's still pretty good. I mean, it's still pretty good.
29 black. Please place your bets.
That's a hit right in the core.
Bets closing.
And you could see, you could just take the core bet, but you'd have to
No
employ,
bets,
I would
please.
employ a 6 watt loss weight mitigation to start, if you're just taking the core. And then if that doesn't work out, then you're going to lower it to a 5. And then if that doesn't work out, you're going to lower it to a 4, right? You're going to be dynamic.
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss. One more miss, we're in.
Bets closing.
I got to work tomorrow, guys. I got a little job on a Sunday. I really don't want to do it, but I got to. It's just the way life works. Construction's really bad right now in Toronto, Canada. I tell you.
34 red.
Okay, that's a miss,
Please
guys. We're
place
back
your
in.
bets.
We're watching our health, right?
Bets
Because
closing.
we're close to that 2.5, and we're getting down on the cheat. So it might be giving us a time to stop or change tables, or you could just stop at the 55, right? Say, hey, I made 55, the stats aren't holding. I'm going to wait 500 rolls, a couple hours, hour on the speed table, couple hours,
19 red.
and come back in,
Please
right?
place your bets.
That's a hit.
Bets closing.
That's a core hit.
No more bets, please.
Beautiful. $57 profit. Slow and steady, guys. The tortoise beats the hare. Okay? Look, max bet the same.
10
Session
black.
low the same. The tortoise
Please
beats the
place your
hare.
bets.
Especially in a high speed, high variance game. You're doing the opposite of the
Bets
game.
closing.
Okay? You're
No more
going
bets, please.
relaxed and you're playing the variance. Right? You're adapting as you go. Instead of just being rigid and saying, oh, I'm doing streets today.
13 black.
What if
Please
streets aren't
place your
working?
bets.
Then what are you going to do? That's a miss. right? Have you even thought of that?
Bets closing.
Well, I have, okay? I have, and it's in the system what to
No
do.
more bets, please.
Okay, look at these stats waning. Our eyebrows are starting to raise, right? Our eyebrows are starting to raise. We want to see some more core hits.
25 red.
Okay, that's a hit.
Please place your bets. Bets closing.
$60 profit.
No more bets, please. Black.
Okay, that's a
Please
loss.
place your bets.
One more loss we're in.
Bets closing.
I prefer it streaks the core 3 or 4 times, but to get that health back, but
No more bets,
we can't
please.
force tables to do what we want. We have to listen to the table, not listen to ourselves, to our emotions, how bad we want to get to the target. We don't care about profit, we care about loss. And so far, this session, we've only gone $6 into loss.
Red.
Less loss than our max
Please place
bet,
your
max
bets.
bet, right? What was the last one? 17, 19, we had it.
Bets closing.
Ooh, and it's in the core. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Because this table's nice, it's gonna make it to a target, but the core, right? We have to watch the core. The health meter over here. This is the health meter. It has the health of the table through frickin' 5,200 spins, so it knows the heartbeat, right?
0
We have to
green.
trust it.
Please place your bets.
0 green, that's in the core.
Bets closing.
Core's going up. Hit the core one more time. Come on, hit the core one more time. That means we're on the side of downward variance, right? We're going up now. You see? We're monitoring health. We're seeing how the table's breathing. Variance, how it's expanding and contracting.
16 red.
That's how this
Please
game
place
works.
your
It's a high
bets.
variance game. And the variance expands and contracts. It's not the same.
Bets closing.
Okay? It's not the same, guys.
No more bets,
And this
please.
this will monitor. Okay? This will monitor as well as other apps.
Red. Please place your
Okay,
bets.
that's a miss. That's 2 misses, guys. We're back in.
Bets closing.
Okay, and we're gonna see. Our health is still okay, so we're not in
Bets, please.
emergency. We haven't broken max bet. Let's go. Hit the core right off the hop. Give it to me, Daddy. Come on.
30 red.
Nope, that's a miss.
Please place your bets.
We're going up. Okay, we're going up. You see how I don't play more than I
Bets
play?
closing.
What does the casino want you to do? Play, play, play. Keep playing. Get addicted.
Please.
No, you have to play risk management, proper loss procedures. You have to be able to change on the fly. That was a double pop. You couldn't hit frickin' their sector. It's okay. I haven't reached max bet yet.
9 red.
9 red. That's a
Please
loss.
place your
Okay,
bets.
now we're gonna see. We're at max bet, but we're expecting to cross at least 1 or 2, right?
Bets closing.
Because we changed our loss mitigation tree. We removed front end risk mitigation. You see how that works? We wouldn't be at this max bet yet. So that's how that works.
Red.
There we go.
Please
Now we're
place
at
your
that
bets.
max bet from before. Now if we breach this, that's a sign. That's a sign with these stats, right? If we breach this, that the table could be unhealthy at this point, okay? That we have to be careful, okay? Maybe get back up to where we were and stop, or switch tables. But I'll probably
16
stop
red.
because this video's been forever.
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a loss. You see? Okay, because just because something hasn't happened doesn't mean it's not going to happen. We don't have a crystal ball. We're playing within variance, right?
No more
So-
bets, please.
We're still in the game. We're waiting for a hit here. Because this is the same as we were before. If we don't breach this, we didn't breach our max bet. You only think you did.
19 red.
Okay, we
Please
hit.
place your bets.
I think we hit. Yep. So we're at a new. We're not at a session high. We're not at a session high.
No more bets,
But we also
please.
didn't breach that max bet. We only breached it by 1 position, right? Sorry, we breached it. Yeah, I think just by 1 position. I'll check in a second.
16 red. Please place
Okay, that's a
your
miss.
bets.
That's 1 miss. So we're up 2
Bets
positions.
closing.
You see? So it went one higher. So one more higher than that, and that's a sign that we have to say no. And this waning too is a sign. And we have to stop. But let's see.
25 red. Please place your beds.
It's a hit. We're going to wait. See the core?
Beds closing.
Core is waning. Means this table is it could be just shifting a little bit, right? But we have to monitor the core. Because remember, we are getting a little bit extra from all these, so the core can move a little bit more.
14 red. Please place your beds.
That's a miss. Okay.
Beds closing.
And because we only need 60, we need $6.
No
We're going to go down
beds,
2.
please.
Okay, we're not going to go down 1. We're going to mitigate 1 position of risk. So that if we lose, we're back up to the bet we were before. Okay? That's how this works.
31 black. Please
Okay, that's a
place
miss.
your beds.
So we're going to go down 2. Okay? Because we're grinding. We have to be careful of
Beds
risk.
closing.
All right? Because then when we go up, we're back up to that max bet. We still haven't breached it, right?
No more
That's
bets,
what you guys
please.
have to understand. Because now we can breach it big because we're only at a certain loss, right? Come on, core. Is the core's...
30 red.
Nope.
Please place your beds.
We're going up.
Beds closing. No more bets, please. Seven red.
Bingo.
Please
That's a hit.
place your beds.
New session high. 63.30.
Beds closing.
See, guys? We're getting close here. If this dips below 7, we're going to stop. If this dips below, 6.5, because this will be a 2.5 at that point, we're going to stop.
6 black. Please
Okay,
place
that's a
your
miss.
beds.
And we didn't breach that bet.
Beds
But if we
closing.
breach that bet again, we go back to 3 loss mitigation. If these stats permit.
No more
Look,
bets, please.
they're dropping. Okay, so that's going to be our exit criteria. We're almost at our exit criteria. And I could pivot tables, but I'm not going to in this video because it's always been so long. It's already been so long, right?
4 black.
4 black.
Please place your beds.
That's a hit. So we're waiting.
Beds closing.
Okay, that was
No
that
more
was the
bets,
core.
please.
So core's coming back up. If we hit the core again, we're still in the game. We're still in the game. Okay, guys.
0 green.
0 green. Hit the
Please
core.
place your beds. Beds closing.
See, health's going up.
No
The
more
heartbeat.
bets,
You
please.
see the heartbeat? You'll see it once you start tracking a lot. The heartbeat of the table. Okay, guys? That's how this works. That's how this works.
23 red. Please place your beds.
Okay, that's a miss.
Beds closing.
One more miss we're going to enter at reset.
No more bets, please.
Oops. Oh.
$25 red.
Nope, that's a
Please
hit.
place your beds. Beds closing. No more bets, please. $11 black. Please place your beds.
Okay, that's a miss.
Beds closing.
One more miss, we're in, and we're watching our core health.
No more bets,
So you
please.
can see our core health waning, right? Chi 7.2, we started at 8 point something. Right? So we're seeing a significant drop in Chi, but our Sigma isn't at that 2.5 yet, but we still gotta watch.
36 red. Please place your beds.
Okay, we are in. At base.
Bets closing.
Core.
No more bets, please.
If I see that drop below 6.5, this chi, I'm out. Okay, I'm out. Of this table, I could pivot, but I'm just going to stop the video at that point, guys, because it's crazy.
18 red.
It's been, you know.
Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a loss.
Bets closing.
We're going up.
No more bets, please. Six black. Please place your bets.
Going up. We're at that 750 bet now. One more, we've matched
Bets
it,
closing.
but we haven't breached our high yet. 6 black, where are you?
No more bets, please.
And our sector's really waning here. See, we're about to breach 6 into the 6 zone, which is telling me something.
14 red.
Yep, it's telling me
Please
something.
place your bets. Bets closing.
We're back up to our max bet from before.
No more bets.
It's only gone past this once, so the chance is it's going to hit. It's more chance hit than miss on this one, guys. 70% sure it's going to hit. Next one I go up to 80%.
25 red.
See?
Please place your bets.
I frickin' knew it. 64 profit, new session high.
Bets closing. No more bets, please.
Look, we dropped below 7. If this goes to 6.5, we're out, no matter where we are.
23 red.
Or at least we're
Please
getting back
place
to our
your
balance
bets.
and we're out. If we're getting to where we were, if we're close, and then we're out, because table health, right?
No more bets, please.
It's waning. It's waning. So we have to see. 23, that was a miss. Right?
$27 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's another miss. We're going in at base. We still haven't breached that 1
Bets
unit past our old max bet, right? 2 units past our max bet. If it goes any higher than that, we're either going to employ more front-end mitigation, or if these stats aren't good, we're just going to say forget it, and we're going to take our money. Right? We're going to take our money, because we're not going to risk our money. What's the point? If this
17
table's
black.
not cooperating and we know
Please
it.
place your bets.
Right? We know it. We would be fools. Right? We'd be fools.
Bets closing.
Okay, that's another loss. Yeah, look at the table health. Look,
No more bets, please.
look. See? Okay, especially this. Okay.
$23 red.
Okay, that's a
Please
miss.
place your bets.
Look. It's gonna go down. Boom.
Bets closing.
Okay, we're at our old max bet. One past that.
Bets,
Sorry,
please.
but not yet, because we took off a loss mitigation, so really we're not even at our old max bet yet. Come on, hit the core, baby.
3 red.
Okay, hit.
Please place your bets.
Hit the core. $69 profit. 69% to the target.
No more bets, please. $23 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, that's a miss.
Bets closing. No more bets, please. $20 black. Please place your bets. Bets closing. No more bets, please. Please place your bets.
Okay, we're in, guys. Look.
Bets closing.
Look at the health. Remember I said 6.5 chi, we're out? We're close.
No more bets.
So we're going to monitor. Right now we're in monitor mode. A very important mode. But we still haven't broke that low. And the max bet only broke by one, so.
33 black. Please place your bets.
Okay, we're going up.
Bets closing.
Okay, see? We're almost at our exit point, guys. We're almost at our exit point. So we got to start thinking about exiting now. Okay, we got to start thinking about exiting because it's a table. So we want to get back up to our bet.
12 red. Please place your bets.
73, 12 red.
Bets closing.
Okay, we're very close, you see?
Please.
So if this drops any more to 6.5, we're out. Look, remember I said 2.5? We're almost out. That's it. There's exit criteria to the system.
Red.
Something that other
Please
systems
place your bets.
aren't providing. Exit criteria, guys. Yeah, we're almost hit our exit criteria.
Bets closing.
We're close.
No more bets, please.
We didn't have to deploy any loss mitigation on this one. Very smooth session. I know it's taking time, guys, but this system is the tortoise versus the hare. Okay?
6 black.
Okay.
Please place your bets.
Okay. So we're getting through this progression, but if this dips down
Bets
anymore,
closing.
like look, we're almost at the 6.5, 2.58,
No more bets,
right?
please.
So at this point, we're close to our exit criteria. So let's get out, right? This is close to get out, but it depends what it does, right? But it's very close to get out. So we're gonna,
31
I'm gonna show you how you,
Please place your bets.
you monitor this,
Bets closing.
right? Look, change color.
No more bets.
Okay, you
please.
see it change color? You see? Okay, that's a sign. So we're gonna finish this progression and we're done. Okay, now we have options. We can go to another table, simulate, and start with a risk profile and just complete the
Please
process
place
again.
your bets. Bets closing. No more bets.
Okay, we're
please.
back above, so we're gonna stay in play. We're gonna stay in play. We're still okay. $78 profit.
27 red. Please place your bets.
Okay, 27 red.
Bets closing.
What this does is it prevents you from playing when you shouldn't. It gives you an exit. Most strategies don't give you an exit, right? They just give you a profit target. Well, that's stupid. What if the table's not behaving within that profit target? You have to be dynamic. You can't say, oh, I'm coming to make 10% and God be damned. If it's not working, I'm going to keep going. I'm either going to make my, that's it, we're in.
Bets closing.
I'm either going to make my 10% or lose my money.
No more bets.
That's
please.
a stupid way to play, right? That's how you blow bankrolls, by playing when you shouldn't, right? Right?
7 red. Please place your bets.
Okay. $80.
Bets closing.
But this gonna go down. Yeah. So,
No more bets, please.
guys, I'm gonna stop here, okay? Because the system, I'm gonna tell you why. Because the system is telling me, okay? Now I don't have to stop gambling. I like playing roulette. I could switch to this table, VIP auto roulette, right? I'll show you. VIP auto roulette, right? Right? And play these stats, and then if they fall, and start with high risk mitigation. If they fall, and simulate first if you want. If they fall, same kind of criteria. If this falls to a 2, if this falls to say 4.5, you're gonna exit, right? Because you're not gonna risk what you already made. Okay, guys, Sector 1961 Roulette, full system, first video. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. I know it's been a long one, but I wanted to display the system properly, and it's the turtle versus the hare, guys, and you know how that story went. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.